don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them buckets.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Now he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, 88.
And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Hold up. Check 26, check 26.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Green 80. Check. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his tight end Fant. 18 yards and a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 more yards. That's another.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian Okoye taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power, they score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Devon Kennard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing now is Rodgers. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Now, let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch. and that gives them 8 wins. Actually, having them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7.
Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now?
I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12.
Okay. And Giants, 2-6. They're underperforming.
Yeah, but their schedule really lightens up on the back end. They're playing hard. I'm going to give them 6 wins, 6-10.
Lastly, and I might duck under the table when you answer this one, the Falcons at 1-7.
That's a tough one because I wonder about what's going to happen with their head coach. But I think they'll play better down the stretch. 4 wins, 4-12.
You're off the hot seat, my friend.
Thank you.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Dawson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Complete to Jones. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case,
looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Dawson's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Dancing to his left. This is the tight end fan. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Devon Kennard able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.